Hello, my sleepy bears. My name is Chronically Blue, and welcome to the second episode of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game. So, in this episode, we are sandwich driving. That's awesome.
So much destruction.
I don't know why that just really got me. So what we are doing is, what I'm going to do with these specific kinds of levels, one where it's kind of the same thing over and over again. I'm first going to show off where to get all the treasure chests, and then I will skip the time part, go right to the ring challenge, and then do the macho challenge time part. Because it's already me playing through the level 3 times. I don't think you need to see it for a 4th time when it doesn't really matter. So at least for the different times you have something to look at. For this one, if we go through this wall here, we will get the treasure chest. There's a total of 3 in this level. That one is a little well hidden, however in the ring challenge it does show you where it is. This second one, it is extremely well hidden, to the point where it was really annoying trying to find it. And if you do run into any of the lampposts, as you can see, they do get bent. They're just having a really fun time. And so, just for a little bit of context here, what was going on was I was looking at this through a guide in order to find out where all the treasure chests are. And it said, go to the lower platforms. It was not helpful. And so I thought, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I am. I'm like, well, there's a little hidden area over here. Oh, hey, look, there it is. And the one thing that almost never gets talked about is how hard it is to control the Krabby Patty. I just got to let you know that right now. It is. It's as if you put butter on ice skates and the ice rink was melting at the same time. It is very difficult. It is very slippery and very hard to control. I would not say it's like driving a Krabby Patty. It's very hard to control. That's all I have to say. Now with the nitros, they do help us go a little bit faster. For when you're just playing through the level normally, I'm so tongue-tied right now, I don't even know why. When you're playing through the normal level normally, they don't do a whole lot. You can pull the right trigger and that will allow you to boost, and that will help for a little bit. However, it's mostly just used for the ring challenges and the macho challenges because it gets real unique. Let's just put it that way. For the ring challenges, which we are going to see very soon, what happens is you just go through a ring and then another one appears, and I'm glad we missed that. It's not like we need that.
I think we should turn around.
Yes, I'm glad. Yes, we got this. Now, for the first level, it is never time. You can spend as much time as you want, you can explore as much as you want, you can do whatever you want, which is why I try to show off all the treasure chests during the first part, because there is no penalties for driving around and spending as much time as you want here. For the second part, we have the ring challenge, where green rings appear and you just have to go through them before they turn red and before they disappear, so you have to restart all the way over again. That means that there is no checkpoints on the ring challenges. You have to do it all perfectly, or else you have to restart. So that's fun. Before the ring challenges and after the first go through, you have the time challenge. It's never hard. There's very few times where it's difficult, but after the ring challenge, I'm going to show you the macho challenge, which is a lot more difficult. I can tell you that right now. It's going to be insane. The first one isn't too difficult. However, let's just say we're gonna show off how unique this game is and how it is targeted for kids with the difficult macho challenges. And it was very difficult to the point where I had to look up videos almost consistently in order to see how to beat the macho challenges. So I can tell you right now, it's gonna be very fun.
You've reached the edge of town, and now you can go on to the next part of your journey. Here's your reward. Come back again if you want another driving challenge.
Yeah, so there is 4 challenges per driving/sliding area. I get into that more in a little bit. And here's the ring challenge. So when I say driving/sliding, So there's two different kinds of levels that are very similar to this style. The first one is where you're driving in the Krabby Patty, where you get to control your acceleration, and you're turning, for lack of a better term. And then we have the second one where you are in a bathtub, and you cannot control the acceleration. It's more or less just a giant slide with diverging roads, and so it's a lot harder to. Well, it's a lot easier because the developers were aware of the limitations, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that they hide from you. They really do. So it's a lot more unique. However, for this area, it's definitely not that hard. Because it's the first ring challenge, they're not going to go insanely difficult on you. However, they will. So just take this very easy, leisurely drive as you possibly can. Right now, this is a Sunday drive. We don't have anything to do. Gas isn't $5 a gallon. It's like 25 cents or one ketchup packet. And we're just taking it nice and easy. Now, you do have to be careful because if you touch the side of the ring and you're a little too far on the side, it will not count. As well as you cannot drive backwards through a ring. You have to specifically drive through it the correct way, or else it won't count and you'll just have to redo it all over again. Now, if you do hit the sides or any cars, you're just going to bump and you won't take any damage. We will take damage later on, specifically when it comes to spikes and wrecking balls and hot sauce. Yeah, hot sauce. Lots of weird stuff is gonna happen, but right now we get to just take it easy. And I know that I keep on talking about how it's going to be a little more difficult, but that's because in the matter, let's just say, in a matter of a few episodes, it's going to be very eye-opening. That's the best way I can put it. And I noticed this little trend with the ring challenges. They show you where one of the treasure chests are, but they don't show you where the rest are. So the rest, it's like you gotta find it. And if you're ready for something awesome, I'll be happy to tell you. When it comes to the driving and sliding challenges, the only time you can play without a time limit and without a ring challenge is the first time. Anytime after that, there is going to be a time limit. In fact, after you beat the Macho Time challenge, then it just goes to seeing if you can beat your own time. You do not get any rewards for beating your own time. You just get bragging points and potential world records from what I saw. I saw some world records of some of the levels in this game. It is insane. So of course, I thought I could do it immediately afterwards. Of course I couldn't, but you know, that's what happens. You see, I'm like, oh, this will be easy. Wow, this is not easy. Sounds like world records are hard. Oh, that made me clench. Okay. Got into a cold sweat there.
You've beaten the ring challenge. Since you beat the other challenges so easily, I have a tough one for you.
Easy? Yeah, it was easy.
Oh, very easy.
All right, I'll give you a hard time to beat. Get to the end of the road in less than the set time.
So welcome to the Macho Time Challenge. We have 3 minutes to complete this level. If that seems like a very small amount, it should be. It is really, really thin. So we are going to be using the nitros every single chance that we get, and we are going to just make it. I will always do my best. I will always edit out all the failed attempts because you don't want me to waste your time, and I don't want to waste your time. You're here for a good time, not a long time, and maybe you're even just watching this one episode in order to figure out how to beat these challenges, which if you are, no hate, I completely understand. It's very much understandable if one of my episodes blows up, like the final episode of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I don't really know why. I would like to know why, but sometimes I just don't know why. It just happens. And, like, let me elaborate that a little bit. My first episode of Sonic 3 and Knuckles got 100 views. I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot for me. And every episode after that, it got like 5 or 10 or something. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. The final episode, I don't know what happened, but it's currently sitting at it's currently my most popular video at 1.3 thousand views. To which I'm just like, wow, that's the most views my video has ever gotten. But also, why is it the last video in the Let's Play? I'm not upset, just very confused. I don't know. I'm sure I did something right, or maybe that's just the one video that YouTube recommended to everyone. It's like, hey, you want to see part 26 of a 87-part Let's Play? And I'm just like, no, I'd rather see episode 1. And like, do you? Do you really? So you're going to see here that I did get hit by the wrecking ball, and that did cause a little bit of damage. However, luckily, the Matcha Time Challenge on this one is lenient to an extent. That's the best way I can put it. It's a little flexible, but also not a lot. Like, it doesn't even set the pace. It's just a little bit of a little crumb. It's like if you're hungry, and so you just eat a mustard packet. I don't know if anyone else has done that, but I have. It's just a little bit. One thing I used to do back in public school was they would always sell these bread rolls, and it was always a coin toss if they would be like soft or firm. And so what I would do is I would like crack open the bread roll, I put ketchup in it, then I smush it together and eat it, and it tastes like a jelly donut. I don't know, maybe that's just me with my hunger. Maybe that's just me. It could totally be me. I was also that person that went around to like every table like, hey, you're gonna eat that? Like 3 minutes before lunch ended, because I was hungry. Like, they do not serve enough food to satisfy. Like, if the food you're eating as a middle school is the same food you're eating as a high school, it's not enough. That's all I'm saying.
You can try and beat your best time on this road.
We'll do it, Mindy. Nothing can distract us.
Wheels on the paddy wagon go round and round.
Fantastic.
With the chaos of Bikini Bottom behind us, SpongeBob and Patrick begin their long journey towards Shell City. However, with SpongeBob gone, all is not well. Plankton is now selling the Krabby Patty at the Chum Bucket, and with every purchase, customers are getting a mind-controlling bucket helmet. Squidward has discovered Plankton's plan to create an army of bucket heads. Will Squidward save the day?
No.
On the outskirts of town, SpongeBob and Patrick meet some of the charming locals who tell them they will not last long outside the city. But our friends do not listen. They should have listened. Our heroes are now stranded in a vast desert with only their feet for transportation.
I don't think we're going to get back to the paddy wagon in a little bit. Anyway, so we're now at 3,000 miles to Shell City.
Plankton is using those radio towers to broadcast his evil messages across the sea. SpongeBob, you have to find a way to shut those towers down. You have enough Goofy Goober tokens. Now I can teach you the bash move.
Oh yay, we get a sucker punch. Or an uppercut.
Now I am the master.
Yes, says.
Wow! Thanks, Mindy!
Those radio towers are broadcasting Plankton's hypnotizing messages. If we don't do something soon, every creature in the sea will be under Plankton's control. You have to go into the desert and shut them down.
Isn't this the really dangerous desert that no one has ever returned from?
No. I think that's the desert next to this one.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll have those towers shut down in a jiffy.
I'm sorry, the Mermaid Man SpongeBob really caught me off guard. But yeah, so we're going to use one of our power points in order to upgrade the bash. So now it is remote controlled, for lack of a better term. So what we are doing here is we're just going to go around and use the uppercut like we have there. You press it again, bam, it explodes. And it is actually a good thing that we upgraded it so early on, because there's a secret treasure chest that we unlocked with that secret move. Specifically with it being upgraded. Booty. That's the one thing that I like about this game, is that it does show you what would happen if you get hit, so you can stay like focused on everything. But yes, it is remote controlled, so in order to make it go up, you just hit the bash button again, or you can wait for it to explode, one of the two. It's completely up to you. However, there is going to be an area coming up soon where it does definitely help, as well as with the bash being upgraded, words. I'm Krabby Patty tongue-tied right now over here. Sweet goodness. It does grant us, it does more power. It does more damage. So, with the regular bash, you would have to hit the enemies twice. With it being upgraded, we just have to hit them once. So it definitely saves time as well. As well as you may have noticed, whenever I do get an upgrade point, I don't spend it on the health. I specifically spend it on the power-ups, because more damage, live longer. I'm not exactly a second grader at this game, so I much prefer the, even though I'm talking to a second grade, even though I'm talking like a second grader, sweet goodness gracious, you gotta believe me, I'm doing my best here. But then again, I did just got off work, and so I'm trying. I really am. I couldn't speak earlier today either. I don't know why today would be good to do a Let's Play. Yes, so Plankton will speak throughout this level specifically, as well as SpongeBob and Patrick speak throughout the levels as well. And all he's saying here is that all meals come with a free bucket helmet.
Simple but satisfying.
This might be it, but I'm not too sure. Alright, well that's an extra, so let's go ahead and see what it is. Alright, so we got new targeting hand, which does not come into use until the final power-up of the game. Because of course it does. They didn't really make this make sense. I'm just gonna say that now. So there's going to be a move that it's going to be the final move that SpongeBob gets, where it upgrades the aiming reticle specifically. Which, if you don't know what that is, whenever you're playing a gun game, or if you have a Nerf gun, you look through the little scope, there's a little circle with the line, so that way when you shoot, at whatever the line is pointing at, that's what it hits. That's the reticle.
Sorry about this, evil radio tower.
Only SpongeBob would say sorry about an evil radio tower. And mean it.
I'm not feeling like a game of catch
Oh,
right now.
SpongeBob, you and me both. Listen, it was a debate. It was a fight today. It was a war. I cannot tell you how often I was like, I'm so close to just, like, I was just going back and forth, like, should I call out of work? Should I go to work? And I'm like, okay, I'll just work until the next break and see how I feel. And that's how I get through 1 year of working. I just keep saying I'll put in my 2 weeks on my next break, and then I don't. And here I am, still employed later. Isn't it fun having a job?
That's giving up manliness, even in the corners.
Here we do have the... I don't even know why those are enemies, to be honest. It's just people with halitosis. I think that's the right thing. I think so. I think it's halitosis, where they have bad breath. I'm not too sure. No, I think so. So there is a weird rock over there that you might have seen. And we also have the two guys over there that laughed at SpongeBob and Patrick as they went through the paddy wagon. But we will just reach it to go to the SpongeBob challenge. 3,000 miles to Shell City. The SpongeBob challenge. I think this is actually our first SpongeBob challenge. It might be. I'm not too sure. I'm very hazy and really tired. However, yes, for the SpongeBob challenge, it's very fun. It's one of my favorite challenges, actually. It's super sweet. It's super generic. It fits. It's perfect. I like it. They show up how SpongeBob can, because he's a sponge, turn into many different shapes. It's awesome. It's straightforward. Anyone can understand it. I very much enjoy it. It's easy to play. And there are some checkpoints. However, most of the time, you just have to do it all in one go. Which can be a little annoying, but It does not take you long to get back to where you were. It felt like it took forever when I played it as a kid. I was like, oh, this is gonna take 5 years to get back to where I died. 3 seconds later, man, I'm back to where I died. I made it look a lot easier than it's supposed to be. I can tell you that right now. I died a lot to that part. Now we're back to 3,000 miles to Shell City. Let's go ahead and see what else we have going on here. There was a little bouncy trampoline thing next to us that we are going to go on to. And we are actually going to ignore that little second one right there. We don't really need that. Or what am I saying? Yes, we do. Just don't pay attention to me. Do as I play, don't do as I say. So yes, here we have another upcoming evil tower, as well as a little button that we get to hit. And those are steamers. They will do damage to you. How there's steam underwater and how there's water underwater, I'm not too sure, but we're not going to worry about that. We're not at Shell City yet, but, you know, we will be soon. Actually, what is the part when SpongeBob and Patrick get over Shell City? Now I'm curious. I'm trying to remember what part of the movie that is. I'm going to have to rewatch the movie for scientific purposes. Is it this part? I'm not too sure. Okay, no, it's not this part. There's a specific part where you have to do it in order to get the treasure chest. However, because of what we did, it's impossible for us to go and get that 50 weight up there. But we will live. Man, all these Krabby Patties make me hungry. The only thing I had for lunch was a few scoops of peanut butter. I was running out of time and I was really lazy. I was mostly spending time recording Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Hey look, we have a test. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I will tell you right now, these are my favorite challenges. They really are. They are so sweet, so easy, so simple. Give you lots of weights. It's very nice. It is very, very much appreciated. Don't you dare say it is too easy. Just because it's easy doesn't mean it's nice. Like, if I'm playing through... Oh, it's even a hard game. I don't even know. Let's say there's... I don't know, Cuphead, sure. Let's say you're playing Cuphead, and you're going through, like, boss after boss after boss after boss, and then you get to the part where it's like, hey, you've done a good job. Here's a little safe room. You can exit whenever you want. You can stay here as long as you like. Nothing bad will hurt you here. I'd take a minute there. I'd pause the game. I'd just go ahead and take a breath. Just have a little water. It is this part right here. So yes, by using that right there, we were able to unlock the extra, which that's one of the things that I would not have known about unless I had the little guide there. There's a story movie. It's just the first cutscene of the game, so, you know, woo. Here we have the bungee challenge, where we just have to break all the targets without losing our health, or losing all of our health specifically. And if we break all the targets, then we get another Goofy Goober token. However, the little steamers are going to be there, and they are going to be very annoying. So that's why we just kind of go to the side and hope that they don't get us. But as you see, it did not work. But we just still win. As long as you don't lose all your Krabby Patty health, you're gonna be fine. And now we get to show off the teleportation box. That's nice. So now we can use a little bouncy place to get back to all the way back where we were previously, meaning we don't have to go all the way back there on foot, which is very helpful. The developers are not always considerate, but when they are, it's very welcomed.
I'm doing this for your own good.
Really good at breaking the towers. And here we have a little checkpoint, which lets us know that we are not done, but we are getting close to the end. Of the level, I mean. Way to go, SpongeBob. He's not the smartest. He's not the smartest sponge in the sea. I'm also not the most able to talk YouTuber there is. But that's how it be. Yes, we hit pause here because I'm trying to figure out what challenges I'm specifically missing. For this one, that there's 2 challenges that we have not gotten yet. One of them requires the move that we get very late in the game. The other one is a move that we will... It's not a move. It's a level that we will unlock very shortly. and I'd be more than happy to show off that level as well. What am I talking about? It's a level that we will show off very soon, as well as a block challenge, which my second favorite type of level in this game, the floating block challenge. You play as Patrick, you go on blocks. It can't get much simpler than that. Now, I do want to let you know, if any of you get more motion sickness, please skip ahead to the end of this challenge. I'm just letting you right now. You got a lot of build up, so you can stay tuned until we get the treasure chest. But if you get motion sickness, you're gonna wanna, once we get the treasure chest, you're gonna wanna skip ahead. The reason why I say this is because towards the end of this level, there is a gigantic block that appears in like the / background that is always spinning while you are moving forward. And I don't even get motion sickness, but oh sweet goodness. Ugh, that made me have to go overboard, I swear. Luckily, it's only for, I want to say like maybe 20 to 30 seconds, so it's not a lot, so if you can handle it, awesome. Remember, this is Let's Play, we're here to have fun, so if anything here could potentially upset you or make you not have a fun time, I'm here to prevent that. I'm here just to give you a little warning so you know, oh hey, maybe I should skip past this part. Maybe you suck on an ice cube or something, I don't know. There's weird stuff that goes on. Also, we have some blocks that rotate, I don't know. One rotates one axis, one rotates the other axis. It gets very annoying very quickly. But it's nothing complicated, we can figure it out. And some of them constantly spin, which is really fun. Here is your final warning, please skip ahead if you get motion sickness. Here we have these ice blocks here, where once we start touching them, they will pop away and they will disappear. So we just have to be very quick and light on our starfish feet in order to be able to get to the end of the level. And with that, we actually went ahead and got the Goofy Goober token. And the magical flying block goes away. Great, that just made me a little nauseous. I'm sitting here so worried about y'all that I still have to like stay tuned for the entire video. Yes, so here we are over here. We are going to make sure that this person goes to sleep, for lack of a better term. And here we have the first of many gauntlets. This is going to be a very constant theme. We're going to see about every 1 or 2 levels or so, but we just have to go through and defeat all the enemies. It's very much like the... Yeah, it's very much like the mob challenges. Only instead of there being 30, 45, and 60 waves, it's just a very short thing. So if we actually go to the right there, we will unlock a new challenge. However, we're not going to do that. Maybe we are.
Boing.
You gonna go over? No? Okay. Yeah, so if you go over to that little area with the magic box, you will unlock another challenge. I will show off that challenge very soon, but don't worry. We will get to it eventually. We do have an upgrade point, so we might as well go ahead and upgrade the karate spin. No, we're gonna save it. I wish I knew what I was doing, but thankfully we are almost done with this level, so it won't be much longer. However, we do like the weights because they do help us. There's a little restroom where if you go in there, you can swap out and you can play as Patrick or whatever main character you're not currently playing as opposed to the Battle for Bikini Bottom where you play as SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. You can play as SpongeBob and Patrick in this one. Hooray, murder. Yes, and with that, we got the final Goofy Goober token and we completed the level. Thank you all for watching Sleepy Bears. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching.